Yeah, y'all a podcast.
It's not just push a button. You gotta talk.
So you're on the podcast. So now you're the host.
All right.
Start the conversation.
All right. Welcome, guys. This is
Why you hugging the mic?
Guess I'm nervous.
Yeah, bro, it ain't going nowhere.
Welcome, guys. This is Hawk Talk. Here from Bloomfield High School students from Bloomfield, Connecticut. My name is Trazer Johnson. And my
Amir right here.
to my left and to in front of me,
Jeremy.
to my right,
Jaden Smith.
And this is our first test run here. And basically, we're gonna be talking about on the podcast is basically more of Bloomfield local opportunities and news about the school and different stuff that you can abide in and do at the events of the school. And also, we're gonna be talking about a lot of local news. Maybe not stuff that you per se you hear on a certain daily basis, but also in a one-on-one conversation type. This is basically a home that you could come and listen to, and basically just feel free to just be yourself and stuff. So, and it's not gonna be all seriousness on the podcast. It's gonna be a lot of jokes, a lot of skits, a lot of pranks, a lot of Q&As, and just a bunch of other different things that's gonna be really intriguing and fun to watch. So.
Make sure you grab the attention.
Yeah.
We that age, we got that age.
Yeah.
That age people. We want to engage in the younger audience.
Put mine to the front. Gotcha.
Right. You already said you gotta talk louder too.
I can talk louder. All right, gotcha. So I'm gonna just do a little background. Is this fine? All right, so I'm gonna do a little background on myself. Basically.
Talk louder.
My name is Trazer Johnson. I'm from Bloomfield, Connecticut. I was born in Hartford, Connecticut. I was raised by my mom and my dad and my grandmother.
Make sure you bring your voice up, because these control their voices, so they might not. Well, these are closer. Make sure y'all just talking to them.
Okay. Hey, y'all can hear me good, or do I need to be louder?
So you were good.
I'm good.
You were low.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, do a quick. Let everybody introduce themselves, and I can tell you who's.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna start off first. All right. So yeah. So my name is Trazer Johnson. I was born in Hartford, Connecticut. Raised in Bloomfield, Connecticut. I go to Bloomfield High School. I'm 16 years old. I do a lot of stuff outside of school, like talking about extracurriculars, as in sports. I help out at nursing homes. I work at a nursing home, and I just like to be involved in the community and different stuff that I do. And I'm gonna let Amir go.
Hey guys, my name is Amir Allison. Grew up in Bloomfield, Connecticut. Whole life, been in Bloomfield, Connecticut. I do track. I'm a senior, by the way, in high school. Senior in high school, and do track. The 800, 400. You can catch me in those races, man. This is the hardest races to do. It's very stressful. You know what I'm saying? Planning on going to college next year. Applying already, and it is stressful. I'm gonna tell you that it's very stressful having to do that whole process, common app, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I got a turkey drive this week, by the way, so I'm very engaged in the world. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do community service type stuff, and I'll let Jeremy go right now.
Appreciate it, man. Yo, my name is Jeremy. I'm from Manchester, Connecticut. Recently just moved into Bloomfield. I used to play basketball until, I kind of messed up my knee. But,
Really?
Yeah.
You should play basketball.
I used to play basketball for Manchester AU.
Was it Manchester Travel or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a senior in Bloomfield High School. And, passing on to Jaden. I'm Jaden.
Mr. Kirk right here.
Born in New York, Bronxville. Moved to Bloomfield when I was 3, and been here my whole life since then. I played basketball for a little bit and went to track after. I like better at track. I'm a senior, and I plan on going to school for track next year into college. So that's about it.
So.
Quick question, Jan. How long you lived in New York? 2 years.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't even know Jaden was from New York until he just said it. I never even knew that.
Nah, he used to say it, but I thought he was trolling.
His bro always plays it. You never know he's serious.
Yo.
Yeah. But so basically, we got a breakdown already of basically how our episode will go. So this is our first segment that we're going to do. Basically something grab your attention. We're going to do a little question. Amir came up with this idea, so we're going to lead us all to Amir to ask. So, Amir, what's the question?
I'm trying to think of one. I saw one online not too long ago. Would you rather? Dang, I can't even think of it.
Yeah, this got brought up upon us today, so we wasn't prepared today a little bit.
At all.
So the topic is brotherhood. So are you guys all friends?
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about why brotherhood is so important for young men that are. You guys are juniors and you're a junior. You're a senior.
I'm a senior.
All your seniors?
I'm junior.
Junior.
The rest of us are seniors.
So for young men who are in their junior and senior year in high school, why is brotherhood so important? The group of people you choose to hang out with and be a part of. Why is that so important?
Gotcha. All right. Anyone go start off first?
I'll start off.
All
I feel
right.
like it's important for us to be together because people don't have other people to lean on nowadays. Like people can't go to someone else for something when they need advice. Not everyone has that, and people be needing advice a lot nowadays. Some people get pushed to doing the wrong thing without knowing the right thing to do. And knowing that we're all here for each other is like brotherhood, basically. We look out for each other. I feel like that's what's most important.
That's nice. And to take off of what Jaden said, I feel like brotherhood is not even just with advice, it's with a lot of things. Coming out of high school, I feel like I've heard a lot of people say, if you want to get to the top, it's better to get to the top with the team. Because if you get to the top by yourself, you're going to get broken down by another team. Yeah. And that's something that stuck with me because if you have four of us here, we're 4 different people, and we know how to do 4 different things, and in that same subject, we're going to strive more and be better more than as me just being myself trying to do it on my own. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's a lot easier and a lot of more success will come with it if you do it with the team. And just having, like he said, people to come to for advice and just not feeling like being alone and just having brothers to lean up on and stuff like that. So
to encourage you.
To encourage you when you have you take accountability when you know you're doing wrong. That's a true friend instead of when you know you're wrong and they know you're wrong, but they're still abiding by saying you're right. That's not someone that you really want in your circle because you want someone that's going to tell you the truth and the full truth. And that's going to make you a better person in life and just with anything as being a father, being a young adult, being a teenager. And that's something I wish I knew as I was younger, and it would have helped me a lot more now as my age now. But it's something I'm learning about and something that's going to be a great tool for me to use in the future, going into college and going into adulthood. So I'll let you go, Amir.
Yeah, I mean, going off what Jenna said and what you said, there's no I in team. I would say that. But you can't do it alone. You gotta have a team with you and a group of brothers that you know that can like bring you up there to where you're trying to accomplish. Like, I'm gonna just like bring a scenario like track. You can't win the championship alone, type or any sport. You gotta have a team with you. So like tennis. Like track.
I was just thinking like tennis or golf maybe, but like, that's it.
Team sports. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can't do it alone. You gotta have a team with you. Like you couldn't be the top 800 team in the country, not country. In the class. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that alone. You gotta have a team with us. You gotta,
Adding to what Amir said, seniors most definitely have to be a mentor to juniors, sophomores, and freshmen because we know better and we expect for kids that's younger than us to not know better, so we need to be there to correct them and just make sure they're, going in the right footsteps and not watch them struggle. But
Drop one of the clues bars for yourself.
Right.
Drop one of the clues bars for yourself.
where's that?
I don't think.
But nah,
I bet you he didn't even know the reference to that.
But basically what Jeremy's saying as with the seniors and juniors, I'm gonna go off of basically what I see in school. So like people, when I see the seniors, like when I see the new freshmen that came in as sophomores, doing foolishness with the seniors and stuff, I usually sometimes look at it as like, it's not like, yeah, you got your fun moments in school, you do your little here and there, but when I see it like it's constantly, I feel like it's like it looks bad on the older person part because they're looking up to you and you're supposed to be setting the example for them and coming up. And so I most definitely see that a lot in the school, but I also see a lot of good stuff in the school also with the help. Like for me, for my example, I helped the freshman this year. It was something with his friends, and I guess they didn't like what he was saying. They were like bullying him out the friend group or something like that. And they were in my gym class, and I had talked to him about it, and he was like, he told me how he felt. And I went to talk to them, and they was like, nah, we just playing, nah, this and that. He knows we joking. I was like, nah, he don't know y'all joking, and y'all gotta, if y'all his friends, y'all gotta set the right example and be with him instead of pushing him out the friend group and stuff like that. Cause maybe to y'all y'all joking, but to him, he's feeling like y'all not really his friends for real, and y'all just here to talk. And maybe some people don't want to be alone, so maybe some people they take that, and that's not a good thing to take. So also it's like you just gotta set good examples for people, and also just be there for one another and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
like
A lot of people in Bloomfield, they make jokes and they expect other people to think that
they're just joking. Yeah.
That's not how it works. There.
And usually they say it's joking, but deep down inside we all know it's not really a joke.
Yes.
And it's not even just that in Bloomfield. That's in life in
all
general.
over.
Life in general.
Yeah. And like what Jeremy was saying, like we have to set an example. Like we all make mistakes.
Yeah, everybody's
We
not
all make
perfect. Yeah.
mistakes. So we gonna take our mistakes and like for example today, y'all know Jesse, you know, he's having a hard time in school and stuff like that. So I just had to talk to him and help him out, you know what I'm saying? Uplift him, tell him about my mistakes that I had back then when he was a sophomore, I think it was, you know what I'm saying? And like trying to help him out and uplift him. So talk about my mistakes.
I got a question. So I got a question for all y'all. What's something you did like you didn't do your freshman year and that you didn't know that you know now and you wish you would have did back then that would have helped you become a better person up to now?
Go to class.
Go to class.
Y'all went to class, man. You couldn't get mad at me. I didn't go.
Going in school, I was.
Oh, yo,
he was
Jaden
online.
had the worst, yo.
Jaden.
He had
I
the
was
worst.
online the whole year. I missed about 250 days of school. Or not school, but classes.
Class,
Online
oh.
the whole year. Wait, which year was that?
Winchester.
Oh,
Wow.
Now, but you know how like the year after everybody was able to come in,
Yeah.
Jaden he couldn't come in. Jaden had it. Jaden had it rough.
it was bad.
And I remember he wanted to play basketball. The day before, it was the day before.
They were handing out jerseys.
Handing out jerseys. Day before the game, I promise you. I think the game was like December 13th. It was December 12th. He called Jaden over because he called people over to get their jersey. Jaden come over with this like the saddest look on his face. I'm like what? I'm like what? I'm thinking like what could have happened? He's like, bro, you know, Jaden Troz. So he's like, bro, he just told me I'm not on the team. I'm like, bro, stop lying. Like I just want him like, bro, stop lying. He's like, nah, I'm serious. I'm like, what you mean? And then he basically because he doesn't go in school, but he came to the practices. So since he didn't go in school, he couldn't be on any of the sports team.
Yeah.
So Jaden, if I was Jaden, I'd be devastated. But
So, because I had worked that whole.
whole summer, morning to night was local park. It was always just there.
I was there morning to night.
So, touch
Yo, people like we'll be. So I would go. He would be there 9. I'll go at like 1. People be making like people like, yo, Jaden. I drive past, see Jaden by himself working out and this and that, and like that's how like Jaden. I knew if basketball wasn't his destiny, it was something else, and it was something. And he found it in track. So basically, like
Do the same thing now.
yeah, same thing.
Always running, bro.
First one near, last one out. First one near, last one out.
That's good, Jay.
And like it was like a, I forgot the word, but like when something happens for a reason, like
It's meant to be.
yeah, like it was meant to be. Like
It was like me getting kicked off the team.
yeah, it was something. Yeah, and then next year, which was last year, he went to track to just work out toward basketball tryout. So he's gonna
They
go
trapped
again.
me.
And
And
they trapped him,
like
took him in the
a
trap.
Little trap.
And now
Yeah,
Jaden,
bro.
Jaden now he's like now he's getting talk to a college coach today and stuff like that. So it's just stuff like that. Like stuff like that happens for a reason. And regarding back to my question I asked, something that I wish I did for freshman year was, I would say, it wasn't the classes that messed me up a lot. It was the little other stuff that I did, like I guess how you could say, I don't know how to put it, like I guess I put a lot of stuff to the side.
Yeah,
I put a lot of
get back to it later.
Yeah.
You wasn't taking it
serious. Yeah. I knew it meant something,
Yeah.
but I was like, I was 14, 13 at the time, so I'm like, man, I got another 4 years. But as people say, it go by quick. I'm a junior now. Yeah.
You were just all in 8th grade, 7th grade. Right?
Yeah.
By way too fast. Bro.
Yeah.
It was almost in December. Like.
Yeah, and for me, I got another year, but this really got like y'all last year.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And like you realize you messed up your freshman year when your senior year comes and you can't even look back at that.
Yeah, and that's the
thing. You
thing.
look at your GPA, you look at all that, you're like, damn.
Nah, I had last year, my sophomore year, it's the best I could have ever done. I think I finished off my freshman with exactly 2.3. But I finished my sophomore with the 3.0.
Okay.
So my freshman,
if you did your junior and senior, you're good.
Yo, my sophomore year, I don't even know, like, it wasn't nothing particular that just really clicked to me. I think it was just that like my freshman year, like this little stuff got too complicated, so I just brushed it off. Yeah. But when my sophomore year, when the stuff would get complicated, I worked through it. And when I ended up working through it, and I was like, yo, I really could get this, and I really know this, like, it made me drive harder and want to do my work, like, more. And it's dragged on to junior year, too. Now, freshman year, I had no honors classes, nothing. Sophomore year, same thing. Now, my junior year, I have AP classes and all honors classes. Yeah. So that it really showed that I basically improved and that I feel like that certain aspect of what I did for these 2 years is going to drag over into the real world. It's going to motivate me, say something happens in the real world, I'm going to think about it, what I did my 2 years of high school, and even for my seniors, because I don't plan on to stop. Yeah. So and get comfortable. So I'm going to feel like I'm going to think about it. And I'm going to think to myself that, oh, okay, I can do it. And I feel like that's something somebody should just have that aspect of thinking back on experiences and learn lessons that they could drive off of to make them a better person in the future and stuff like that. So that's
a lot of alumni, they had told me, they was like, colleges don't really look at how like your grades are, but they do. They look at how you improve in a way. So that's what they mostly look for.
I'm trying to get the 5. There you go. Right there.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick.
Yep.
You have to say something?
Huh?
You have to say something?
No.
Do you guys think you need a mentor in life to be able to grow?
I feel like yes, to a certain extent. No, I feel like you could grow by yourself to a certain extent. And basically,
if you grew by yourself, how would you know from right and wrong?
Learn losses. Learn lessons. I feel for saying, like, if you do it by yourself, you're gonna have a lot of failures. You're gonna have more failures than success. But you're still gonna have that with mentorship. If you have a mentor, but it's gonna be a lot less failures because you have somebody telling you right from wrong. It's like having a mom and a dad. As you got somebody telling you, no, that's not right. Yes, that's right. Yes, do this. How to do this. But if you're doing it by yourself, say you grew up as a kid by yourself with no parent or dad, or someone telling you right from wrong, you like 9 times out of 10. Not saying is that person's gonna turn out the worst, but they're gonna have a lot of failures and a lot of stuff. So I feel like you only could go to a certain extent without a mentor.
Yeah, mentor.
I feel like everybody should have one.
Yeah, everyone should have a mentor, but not for like a long-term thing.
Yeah. You should still be independent.
Yeah, you can't depend on someone else's thoughts to carry you through life.
And that's a mistake I made, kind of. Like I do something, but then I would like ask for somebody's opinion type. I'd be like, yo, should I do this or not? Like I gotta do what I want to do.
Yeah, but then again,
I gotta make my own choices.
Sometimes good at the same time to do that.
Yeah.
But 100.
Sometimes it backfires.
100% all the time.
It backfires.
It's
What you
always
think?
good to get different ideas from other people.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't always go with it because sometimes it might not be what you want to do at the end of the day. But having a mentor in life, I feel like most people should have if they don't have anyone else to look up to or help them walk through the right path.
Yeah. I most definitely. And leading off that, do y'all think like confidence is like a great power to have? I feel like someone with a lack of confidence doesn't see their full potential. Most definitely. And that's something that I struggled with. Like I did in the past, and I still am as coming up for it. And I feel like confidence, and that's not something I was taught ever through going up towards middle school, having that confidence, because I always had it, and thoughts, people, like what people say can really get to your head and can really mess with someone's mental. And then you lose that type of confidence, and that's something that happened to me. And going into high school and not having that type of confidence, really, like, it struck me with my sports and academics. So that's why my sophomore year with my grades, I had to build that confidence for myself and saying I can do this and saying I can do that. And I feel like confidence is really like a key thing that's not talked about a lot, and that should really be talked about or heard from different people's perspectives. Most definitely. But how I feel about just having confidence, and what do you think is like just confidence is like? Does it affect you? Like,
It affects me.
Yeah, confidence is when like you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you know whatever anybody could say can affect you in no way. Like your performance is 100%. You're not second guessing yourself. You're not second thinking any options that you have coming up. You're 100% on point. I feel.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like I feel like some people go off one person's opinion and it drops their confidence.
And it drops. Yeah. And some people have a weak like a weak mental. So you can say the slightest thing and it's going to drop everything that they think they can do. And that's something that I did struggle with. But now it's like, now I get people say things, you just got to brush it off and just believe in yourself. Because once they realize that what they said affected you, and you start like thinking like, okay, maybe I can't do this, they're gonna try to start telling you, well, you can do it, I believe in you. But then that's when they really think, like, they're gonna have to start thinking what I said. Like
the other brother to like lift you up in that situation. Yeah,
like there's things like you could say without bringing somebody's confidence down and stuff like that. And I feel like just having that confidence is really like something that you really need in life. It's a key aspect that's not talked about a lot, most definitely.
I feel like whatever negative thing that anybody says to you, it might not bother you, but it's always gonna be in the back of your head.
You gotta think about
most
it.
Definitely.
Once you do that thing, you gotta think about.
You're gonna be
this
like,
person said this,
and then say that happens. Oh, maybe this person was right. Now this and that. Now all that stuff is starting to come up, and think. Now you're thinking
your full potential.
Exactly.
What you can actually do with this.
Things that are said could like really hold you back from truly being yourself.
Most definitely. And I'm not a perfect person. I've been on both sides of the confidence thing, of the saying it and like it being done. And when I like it being done to you is not a good thing, because it really brings a person down and how they feel about certain things, and it's different stuff you can have confidence about. Like I have highly confidence about like my grades and who I am as a person, my future. But there's also low aspects I have confidence about, like me doing stuff in sports and stuff like that, and just other things. And it's like life and having that brotherhood. If you really have that brotherhood with somebody, speaking back on brotherhood, it can really bring you up. And like that's why I believe having a brotherhood is also important, also for that level of confidence, because you're not only hearing it from yourself, you're also hearing it from someone else. So now you're not thinking, what if it's just me thinking this? Now you got someone that's being true to you and being your brother that can really help you and bring you up.
There's someone that's actually genuine towards you. You can't just go out asking a random person for an opinion. It's not gonna be genuine.
Yeah, it's not going. Yeah, and even if it is, people might just like. Someone literally said this to me today. I'm not gonna say no names, but in Spanish class, there's like they said something. There's like our teacher, Miss Rodriguez. She was like what'd she say? She said a true friend is not gonna tell you you look beautiful even when you're not beautiful, right? But it's not. And she was like, fake people are always gonna say you look good. This, no matter if you look good or not. And then the student next to me was like, oh yeah, I'm fake to people all the time. Even if they look hideous, I'm still gonna look good. I'm still gonna say, tell them they look good to see a smile on their face. So speaking back on it, that's crazy that happened today because like instead of just hearing like someone could say it and really not mean it, they might just say it just for you. You gotta really put yourself around people that's really gonna like mean what they say and be like. Well, what's that mean? Standing on business. That's like what they say. Like so stuff like that. So like yeah. So like confidence and brotherhood, it really connects in different aspects in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
So,
and I most definitely had to train myself mentally about that type of stuff because I feel like last year, I feel like people used to mess with my confidence all the time, and it brought me to a low point, and then I had to realize like these things are gonna affect how I perform. I have to take these things and actually like use it as fuel type.
Yeah.
Use it as fuel. And so I had to just go out there and do what I want to do and do what I got to do and try to prove I'm wrong type, you know?
And
So like anyway.
not everybody, cause like some people they say I like the negativity because I can use it as fuel. Not everybody's like that.
Not
Everybody should
That's
not.
for the weak mental.
And that's something I thought too. Like I thought me as a person, I could take the negativity. I'm just use it as fuel. Not everyone's like that, and I had to learn that the hard way. That people like some people are stronger minded than people, and that's okay. And they could take that and use that, and that's fine. But there's also that other side of things where when you say it, they're not gonna take it as fuel. They're gonna take it as they may
sit there, be discouraged,
and like maybe they're right. Yeah, and that's most definitely, and when you do stuff, I feel like when you do stuff and your criteria that you like to do, it builds your confidence.
Yeah,
like remember that race I had when I got out. So wait, I'm gonna tell you the story. So it was.
He was out there like an Olympian. Oh
So we had a meet. It was the conference meet, right?
Yeah, nah.
It was conference meet. So track. It was back in like May. So it was a conference meet. We had a 4x8. Didn't do so good. No, got a very intriguing message from our coach that it was very. So it was like, and that's a moment where I felt like I used it as fuel, and that it showed me improvement. So I used it to. Yeah, so I was like, So that was the 4x8, and the 4x8 in our state because it goes different for everybody in different states. So the 4x8 is first, and the 800 is like towards the middle. So 4x8 happens. She gives us our speech. That whole time before the 8 comes, I'm ready. I'm locked down. I'm like, you know what? Ready. She say we can't run and this and that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna show her. So I get on the line, right? I remember she telling me that we have to break out fast. You break out fast, your race gonna be good. So I get in there. I said the set, and you hear the boom, the gun. I put my elbows out and I just run through everybody. I run through the middle. And me in the 8, I don't like the 8. Yes, I run it, and yes, I'm okay at it, but I don't like the 8 personally.
I think a lot of 800 runners.
Yeah, like a lot of 800 runners can say that.
Yeah, except for Jaden.
Bro, this man loves running 24/7, nonstop. So I'm out there, and I'm never first in the pack. Like it's a pack. It's like 12 people. I'm never first. So I'm first. I'm running. I'm not slowing down. Like usually there's a coordination when you run the race. But me, I'm going through. I'm thinking to myself, I could push through it. So I'm running. First lap come. First lap, what was that? 54?
I think. Yeah, it was like a
55.
It was 55. 54,
so
55.
the 800 is 2 laps. When I run a 400, which is 1 lap, I usually run around a 54, running 1 lap. So I gotta run 2 laps, and I'm running a 54. So you really see that I'm not stopping. So I'm like, yo, am I really gonna do this? I was like, when I'm telling you, yo, I was on pace for the school record. Like, I was on pace. So I'm running. Now we're on the back stretch. And I'm like, all right. Something's about to give. I just feel it in my body. Something's about to give.
At the 200.
Yo, the 200 mark. A coach said, he's dead. In my head, I'm like, I'm dead. I'm running. My leg just locks. I'm like, no. Like, my whole leg, I couldn't fully, like, push it. Like, my leg, like, it really stopped. Like, midway of me running.
A random coach said that?
Yeah, I forgot who was behind me. I think it was Weathersfield. It was a Weathersfield coach. Weathersfield coach. Right behind me. He said, he's dead. I tried to say I'm not dead. In my mind, I'm like, bro, I'm dead. So I'm running. I'm like, no. I see 1 go by. 2 go by. 3 go by. 4 go by. I'm like, no, bro. I think I was first the whole race until the last 200, and I became 10th. I finished 10th in the race. I think I ran a 206. I was on pace for a 156. Yo, I like maybe 10 seconds is not that long in regular time, but in track, yo, that's what people don't get. 10 seconds in track is a long time. That's a long time, and. Yo.
Wait, was that the race that he was like on the field for like 10 minutes?
Nah, that was in States. That was 4x8 States.
The 4x8 Trambrad ran his life.
Yo, that
for like 30 minutes.
And the thing, I had to talk with Coach after. She was like, cause you know why? When that person said you were dead, and you thought to yourself that you were dead, it really made you like, it made you. Like break up and really die on the track, and that's nothing with confidence. Also, like that really like had me saying to myself, "Dang, I'm dead." Really killed my body and told my body to shut down, and I just dropped. And yeah, exactly. And when it came to States, it happened again. A Griswold coach said the same. I don't know, like a Griswold, they beat us in the 4x8. This was our first year winning the 4x8 at States. So Griswold coach said, he's dead. This time I said, I'm not dead. Yes, the dude did pass me, but I think I ran a 203 that day. And the dude ran like a 157. And he's a senior, so yes, he did pass me, but I kept up my distance for us to win. He was the coach like, he's dead. I was like, I literally said, I don't know if you heard me. I said, I'm not dead. And I kept running, and I kept running, and I was on that ground for a good 20 minutes after the race.
I got a quick question. So when your leg locked up, how were you feeling that whole entire day?
Yo, when I was on the bus and I went home, I was just thinking, like, what if the next day I was like, you hear it on announcements, congratulations to Trazer for breaking the school record, and like now I really can't hear that. Like I was really on pace for the record. Like for the school record. The school record is 159. I was really on pace, and they thought I was gonna get it. People started running across the field like, go.
Yo, Ramil even said, like, yo, Ramil.
Yeah, and then like what's one of the alumni, Tyler, I heard him, he's like keep pumping your arm, just go. I can't.
Yeah, I feel like that
just you see me pass him, I see Trey stuck in the same position.
Like it's like I was running in space, like running in mud, bro. Like I'm just running and I'm not going nowhere. Like it felt horrible. It was the worst experience.
That final stretch, bro.
That final stretch in the 800 is that you're running a mile.
Yo, it doesn't end, bro. It's like a treadmill, bro. You're not going anywhere.
Yo, like you really gotta like remember what did I use the swim method? Yo, swim method. Yo, I got a method. Yeah, I got
butt kick.
I got a method.
I remember he
I passed him. We both qualified for States. I passed him using this method. When you're dead, just go all out. Just pump your arms and pump your legs. Swim method. It's for the last 100. You gotta dig out. And I passed him on this.
What do y'all want people to know about Bloomfield kids?
Like
They got a lot of talent, and I don't think they know they do. But I feel like they just need help. You know, how do I say it? Helping other people realize their true,
like identities and stuff like that. Like we have our school. We have a what's it called? A stereotype. And that stereotype is
Only good in athletics.
that's our stereotype. It's only good in athletics, and people think it's just athletics and that's it. But there's a lot of more stuff to the school. Like a lot of people say to me, and that don't go to Bloomfield. It's like, somebody said this to me in the summer, and they was like, do all the hood kids just go to Bloomfield just for sports or something like that? I was like, bro, no. Bloomfield's a fun school. Like the teachers are like they're not like laid back to like do whatever, but like they understand that you like your children. They let you have your little bit of freedom, to a certain extent also to like with the phones and stuff. But a lot of teachers are good in Bloomfield, and that's something that a lot of people don't really know. And with the staff also, like they really take time and put a lot of stuff in for the kids at Bloomfield, and it's really like it's fun to see that there's other staff and people out there that care. And there's some students that just go on with their day and just think, oh, all the staff don't care, but they don't really see the time and the effort that like they do. Because if the students that don't really see that, they don't care, if they was in their shoes, they probably wouldn't do it. But they don't really look at the staff that sit there and take the time and do it. And that's something that students in our school don't see, so it translates to the outsiders, to the outsiders, and like, oh yeah, I heard like the teachers don't really care. Y'all could do whatever, this and that, and it's like, no, that's not what it is at Bloomfield. Bloomfield's a strongly structured high school with that. Yes, the athletics it's our most popular, yes, but it's not the only thing that's in Bloomfield that's intruding.
Shout out to Charles.
Yeah.
Charles Fenham, spelling.
Yeah, people don't even know that. People don't even know that Charles won the state spelling bee for like 5 years in a row. I think it's from like 3rd grade to 8th grade.
Nobody even thought of what school he came from.
Nobody.
They probably did know the school, but they were probably confused about that school.
Yeah, like nobody knew that, and I think he was in national. He was top 10 or some top 7, something like that. And and you gotta really think like national top 10 for a spelling bee is like, it's really crazy.
It's a spelling bee.
It's they could throw a combination of words.
Man, I couldn't even spell Gillette.
Yeah, we had to go to the Wi-Fi. And I asked Charles about this. I asked him I was like, do they give you like when the tournament's coming up, do they give you a set of words to study? He's like, no, you gotta.
So you go on the stage and you have to just.
You really, you really gotta study like words and top of words, like that's.
Read the whole dictionary.
Yeah, like you really gotta do that, and that's the crazy thing. You really have to do. I thought they give you a set of words, they email it to you or something, and you just study all those words. And Charles like, nah, you gotta really like take your time and day by day study a lot of words and learn how to spell it. And that's the crazy thing. And on top of that, you study it. Now you really got to remember it too. On top of with the confidence thing, when you get on stage in front of a lot of people,
all those people, I would.
Yeah, you don't want to freeze up. And that's so we gotta have Charles on the show that really talking to, because that's crazy being national top 10 state winning 5 years in a row from 3rd grade to 8th. Like that's crazy for. Very impressive.
I feel like there's just this comfort zone with Bloomfield kids that I don't know. I don't think everyone, if they had the right way to lead, they would like choose the right path. But not everyone has the opportunity to choose.
Not everybody has the right mentor and stuff like that.
Exactly. Everyone have different mentors, different friends,
and different aspects of how things will come out and stuff like that. They don't really see.
Everyone thinks something else is cool than something else and something else.
That's why we got mentoring.
But that's okay. Not everybody's gonna think the same in the world. Like not everybody's gonna be the same, and that's what makes real life. Not everybody's gonna think the same, dress the same, be the same, and stuff like that. So like it's a lot of different cultures and a lot of different other things that comes with Bloomfield and to Bloomfield.
And Bloomfield has some of the most talented kids that are just not able to showcase what they have.
And also Connecticut, small state. Yeah. Connecticut, small state. And on top of that, Bloomfield being a small town, so it's like it's a lot of stuff that you really can't like display like with football with the Twins extremely good. For me, in my opinion, I feel like they don't get a lot of recognition that they should from outside of the state.
Yeah.
And
Not
outside
from,
of
yeah, but from around here, I feel like
yeah,
You get a lot of recognition,
a lot of
in-state, but
yeah,
it's
in state most definitely, yeah, but out of state,
you could be scrolling online and you see all these people that don't live in our state
Yeah,
getting
do-
recognition.
yes,
Which
and-
should be the twins in the other states.
Yeah.
getting recognition.
12-year-old.
yeah, I see
Beard and stuff.
and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot of stuff, and it's like it. I thought one time it was like, all right, like, is it because like the talent out there is way more better, like it's way like it's like they're better and stuff like that, and I'm just like, nah, like we have a lot of talent here that just doesn't get showcased, and that's something that's a problem also, and it's like. With the school, like we have prep schools in Connecticut and stuff like that, they get their show, but like for an average Bloomfield kid that has the talent but may not have the marketing or like the recognition
that they deserve.
Yeah, that they deserve. It takes extra steps and extra like and failures and stuff for them to get to where they want to be than from someone from like a Florida kid that scores 6 touchdowns and get pushed on overtime and like because it's a popular football state and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like Connecticut, I seen a TikTok and it was like nobody thinks of Connecticut of a state. They just think of it a highway between New York and Massachusetts. Like so it's like people forget Connecticut is a state and stuff like that.
You actually have talent in
Yeah.
the state.
Yeah, and
It's not recognition.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if I was out of state, I wouldn't think Connecticut is a state. I be forgetting Maine and Vermont and North Dakota are states.
Like,
Like,
I went to Texas like not too long ago, and the kid asked me where I was from, and I was at a water park. I said Connecticut. He's like, "What's that?" Like near New York, man. Just think of that.
the state above New York or below Massachusetts. That's what you, or just be like where UConn is. UConn.
Where UConn is.
Yeah,
I
that's.
know about UConn. But
Yeah. Not a lot of people don't even know UConn's in Connecticut. That's the thing. So it's like,
that's another thing.
yeah.
They don't
And
even
people
know
be
where that's
making
at.
them those top schools too. They be
Yeah.
on their top 5.
It be on the top 5, don't even know it's from Connecticut and stuff like
They won the
that.
championship last
Usually,
year.
bro, I
Right?
gotta go somewhere at 6 o'clock.
So yeah, like it's.
Usually, keep talking. We're
Oh,
just talking.
all right. So yeah. So yeah. It's a lot of-
What other talents can you find in Bloomfield schools? Like you guys mentioned, okay, yeah, it knows for sports, it knows for this, it knows for that. I mentioned Charles with the spelling bee. What other talents can we find in Bloomfield? What are people looking out on the outside in? Like, okay, besides sports, what can you find in Bloomfield?
Yo, right here, man. Yo, best dress in Bloomfield High School right here, man. I gotta give it to Amir. Yo, stand up, show him the fit. Show him the fit, man. Show him the fit. Let's give it a daily fit. Give it a daily fit. I gotta how you gotta position it. How about?
Regular sweater, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you can see it. Oh. Oh. Technical difficulties.
First day on the job.
Not a good day on the job.
Y'all seen the fit a little.
Yeah, they seen the fit. That's all that matters.
For the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, best dress I give it to Amir.
Almost got ISS all day.
That's best dress in high school.
We went to Northwest. We didn't have that.
Nah, I was voted friendliest.
Friendliest?
Yeah. Most friendly.
Yeah.
I was voted most likely to ask my teachers.
What school was that? Where you went to? Where you went to? You went to Hall? Somebody say, what? He wasn't giving out that accolade.
Apparently there was.
But yeah, most definitely, yeah. There's a lot of more
All right,
extra stuff in
last
Bloomfield.
thing. What can we find? When viewers are watching this throughout this year, what can they find on this podcast? What can they look forward to?
You're gonna find
Genuine.
One at a time. So go this way.
You go, Jerry.
People's gonna find genuine love.
Whoa. Jerry trying to make that connection. Go ahead.
He's trying to Linda Reynolds.
You're gonna find a lot of information. We're gonna talk about worldly things, but we're gonna put our own spin to it because we don't want to make it too. I don't know how to put this, but it's gonna make it engaging. That's what we're most definitely gonna make it informative, engaging, and try to get more people to watch Hawk Talk.
No, you sure.
I just had an idea for our podcast.
But that Hawk Talk name is like it got a ring to it, but it's like funny to say. Like Like Hawk Talk, like it's just so.
Well, we gotta stay consistent though, because it's Hawk Talk TV.
Yeah, Hawk Talk
So
TV. I forgot we added the
Hawk
TV
Talk
at the end.
TV.
It's the
We gotta be
TV at the
consistent.
end. It's the TV at the end. But when people
It's
be
fine either way, but
people in my class, they're like, we're not gonna start Hawk Talk. Like, it's just like,
Oh, right.
yo,
Every class.
yo.
Bro,
I was like, yo, you gotta wait, bro.
I
Like,
said,
that survey,
coming soon. Like, just be ready.
The survey
Yeah, they
was,
act. Yeah.
the survey was the one that kind of, I don't think we made an announcement.
Yeah,
about that.
oh, yeah, we
The
did-
I think
survey.
it was the Instagram too, because they see our names and they're like, so "You guys are part
Okay.
of the."
Yeah, we got,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
we got a
gotcha.
couple
Because
followers.
the mutuals.
Yeah, the mutuals. Yup, most definitely. Yeah. But what was the question again? You had to ask?
When people are preparing to watch this year, what can they prepare to see? What can they expect to see?
Basically, like, just a lot of different stuff. Just a lot of different learning. Like, you're going to really learn about what goes on through four teenager minds and stuff like that. Like, what they think on a daily basis and how life operates for them and what works for them in the real world and stuff like that. And basically, like, just not someone that's scriptured to say something that's coming from a real true perspective and stuff like that. So you're gonna really get a lot of relating stuff that you can feel throughout this whole podcast and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're gonna see a lot of entertainment and like they're gonna see the truth. They're just gonna see that there's much more to Bloomfield. This is not just gonna be just Bloomfield. It's gonna be global wise. I feel we're gonna have a big effect.
Yeah.
A big impact. They're gonna just see kids that just want to make a difference in the Bloomfield community, basically.
Yeah, well, most
And I feel
definitely.
like more people are going to be engaged in someone their age.
People gonna
Yeah.
Their age type.
on the weekend wake up. Oh, I gotta get to the Hawk Talk episode. That's how
Yeah, like,
people see it.
and I feel like I want people to like if they don't got that mentorship like that Jeremy mentioned earlier,
Yeah,
that
they
not
can
having a
use us as
mentor,
mentors.
they can use
They
us.
can
We
always
want to
give
be that
advice.
resource to them with that. Talk about like maybe not have that figure in their life that could talk to them about certain stuff that we know and that they're not really informed on. They come to our podcast and now they picked up on information that they didn't know before, and we just want, if you come and watch the podcast, you're gonna get something out of it every time you watch it,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And we really want this podcast to just be informational, and we're gonna have our funny jokes to it and stuff like that. But the main focus is to be really just speak to the peoples that relate to us. And if you can't relate to the podcast, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not for you. But that also means that you just there's also other stuff that other people think, and life is not just one straight forward. It's a bunch of obstacles that you got to get through, and now you can see from other people's point of view of how life works out for them. And maybe you think you're the only one going through something, and now it's other people and stuff like that. And now you know it's not just you, and maybe you feel more comfortable knowing it's not just you. And it's just gonna be really informational stuff like that. Yeah. So, anything to say, Jeremy?
Sign
Sign off.
So-
We got to do the quote at the end.
You got your quote?
I mean, I already know at the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? Do not focus on the past, but focus on the present so you can change the future.
Yeah.
That's really deep right
Alright.
there. I came with that myself. You know?
Yeah.
That's original right there.
What was that?
You came up with
I
that?
came with that myself. But yeah. What that mean to y'all? Though? What that mean to y'all?
The quote?
It's like you can't fix what happens in the past, and you just gotta, or certain things you gotta just move on and just do what you gotta do to fix the past
Yeah.
and fix what happened in the past. Maybe what somebody thinks of you, or maybe something that happened, and now you just gotta really move on straight forward and just really fix that and stuff like that. So yeah.
Wrap it up.
Clap.
So let's wrap it up.
Press the clap button.
Yeah. So let's wrap it up, man. So, thank y'all for having us. Once again, Trazer Johnson.
Let me give it a wrap. So that was the Manhood Tree Podcast with the young people from Bloomfield. What y'all call it? Hawk Talk.
Hawk Talk TV.
Hawk Talk TV. Hey, one of the big things that's important is you support the youth. You give them opportunity. They came over here. I don't know what they were expecting, but they were able to do
Definitely
the
not this.
podcast.
Definitely not this.
Anytime you can help out some young people, you do it. and you never know what the outcome will be. Tune in next week to the Manhood Tree Podcast, Tuesday at 6 o'clock. We'll see you then. Happy Thanksgiving, and never stop dreaming. Peace.